What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Lamar. It's my brother, Casey Fowler. This is episode 98. 98.
Man, almost
I
to
know.
100.
Almost.
Hey, man, like every other episode, man, almost 100 episodes. Get your accessories right. If you got them, put your headphones on if you're at work and put the kiddies to bed because you might just hear some foul language. Let's go. Let's get it.
Got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, man. Without further ado, let's check these accessories out and let's see what we got this evening. So, for the accessory check-in, brother, what do you got tonight?
Drink. It's drink. Usual shit. Diabetes mix is what I'm gonna start calling it. Diabetes special. No
Mix
sugar.
of diabetes.
Fucking gluten-free vodka, bro. It's not bad though. And then for the cigar, this sucker right here, man, is really fucking hitting, man. It's the Allegiance. I know my light's a little bright. You really can't
Put
see
your
it,
hand behind.
like that. Like that ain't doing shit.
No,
Hold on.
it's not.
This
There you go.
motherfucker right here.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So
That's the one that was in. Oh no, that's in the pack. Okay.
Yeah,
that's in
the latest pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
This
you.
motherfucker is hitting right now, man. I'm like,
Already?
This
Yeah.
motherfucker is noble as fuck right there. But yeah, man, that's mine, man. How about yours?
All right. So for the drink, I bought a clear ice maker. So I got a little cube ice in here, clear ice, and so I tried to smoke the water with my pellet smoker to see how that came out. So I don't know if I like it yet. So we'll see, because it might have been too much smoke in it, so it almost tastes kind of artificial. So that's that. So we'll see. If I don't like it, I just get rid of it.
Yeah, maybe it'll mix in with the cigar pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So we'll see what happens. So we'll try that. And if it's gonna mix with any cigar, it should mix fantastic with this guy.
Dang, he breaking out the big guns again.
Essencia Alma del Fuego.
I don't know if I've had that one.
You have not had this one.
I ain't think so. I've never had a red label one.
I've never had. So you had this one in Lancero. It was in the pack that I sent you. And that's the only style I've had it. So for those, Father's Day just passed, and usually one of the things I do for Father's Day is kind of smoke a cigar from my father's cigars. And so I went to my normal spot to go pick up some stuff, and they didn't have my father's that I normally get. So I went to the other spot, and so my normal spot had these in there. This is a matter of fact, it's a TAA exclusive. So Tobacconist Association of America, I think is what it is. So usually different blenders or different companies will have blends for that'll be designated that, and sometimes they're a little different. Sometimes it's a different size or whatever the case may be. So I hadn't tried this one, saw this one in there. I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? Scooped it up, figured it might as well just come right on out the humidor and be on the next episode. So we got a Placencia tonight, and we're gonna see what's going on with that. Hopefully it cleans up this ice. Worst case scenario, it doesn't. If it doesn't, I probably got 12 more ice cubes that I can switch this one with, so I will be doing that. So we'll check back in and see how things turn out.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, it's that time again, man, where we like to share some positivity in our world to you guys in this ever negative fucking world that we're in, man.
Yes, sir.
It don't change, man. It's I feel like it's starting to get worse, but who gives a damn
if our
like
world shit every day.
Yeah, but we try to keep it positive in our world, man. So it's the Wibble order. What's best in life? So, brother, what's best in life?
All right. So let's see. Monday, it has got rescheduled a couple times. I was supposed to do it last Saturday, but Monday I got out with my two good friends, and man, that was some laughing. Good times, man. Shit, new inside jokes. So as a discussion, I got to make sure this starts to be on podcast so it can be audio. So I'll be working on that here in the next few weeks, finally. So I'll be doing that. Let's see. What else? Kim had a survey to do this week, so she did that. Couple little extra coins. Always appreciate those. Let's see. Lamar, he's been sick. Well, not really sick, but what is it? He had hand, foot, mouth, so he had to stay home. So we've been just home with him all week, and he's on the other side of that. So he'll be taking his little butt back to daycare next week, and so that's good. So we all chilling, getting ready for our trip in a little bit. Um, let's see what else is going on. Got the clear ice maker. I've been making clear ice like nobody's business. So um, got a whole bunch of those. So definitely gonna be using clear ice from now on. Be putting it in my water and my juice, lemonade, whatever I can think of. It's gonna have clear ice in it for no damn reason at all. And even tonight, the glass that I had at first was too small, but whatever. Get another glass. I broke one of my whiskey glasses, so
Mm.
that's a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always see the positive. Now I get to research and find some new ones. I had a whole video idea planned for it, so always
awesome.
turn it into a positive. So, with that, I mean, I think that's all I got. If I think of anything else coming up, went and got a massage yesterday, so that was right on time. So feeling pretty good from that. I recommend everybody get a massage as much as you can, as much as your budget allows, especially if you got any aches and pains or hard weeks, hard months, whatever. You owe it to your body. Spend the money. I recommend it to everybody.
I need to take my ass down there.
You should, like, now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that a little bit offline. But with that, I mean, that's all I got. That's what's best in life for me. What about you?
That's what's up, man. Let me see. Let me go back in time and then we're
I
gonna
know.
go to the future real quick. So, Father's Day just passed, man. It's pretty awesome Father's Day. I think that whole weekend between Saturday and Sunday, bro, I smoked like 4 cigars. I mean, like, I think by 7 o'clock on Sunday, I fell asleep on the couch. Cause I started drinking this shit at like 2, man. I was watching I set up the man cave and shit. The family left. Um, had me a cigar and doing a little bit of day drinking, watching Black Clover. Man, that shit was really enjoyable. Doing all 3 of those things at the same fucking
Oh
time.
man,
Man.
yeah.
And then I got a couple of gifts. Got me a new Kershaw knife, man.
Oh, you got it on you right now?
No, I ain't got. I forgot to
Oh,
grab it
come
when I went
on,
in here,
bruh.
man. But it's nice too. That shit's silver, about this long, man. It fits
What's
right
it
palm
called?
of my hand. I forgot the name of that shit too.
Hey,
I'll send you a picture when we're done, man,
yeah,
so you can see it and maybe put it up here if you
yeah.
feel so
Now I'm just
inclined.
shit. I got a couple Kershaws myself.
Yeah, but since I got my PS5 hooked up in here already, this is my other gift, man. A custom
Oh,
controller that my
that's
wife got me, man. It's
she got it.
all
Oh,
yeah,
did she do
man.
the work on it too?
No. She bought this.
Oh shit.
These cost a pretty penny.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know the controller does. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, to get it custom like this, it's a website where you can practically
mm,
put whatever the fuck you want to on the
okay. I
controller.
understand.
So, it got the owl horse and all the hieroglyphs and all that other stuff, man. So, loving that
Nice.
fucking controller, man. This shit was real fucking dope. For Juneteenth, jumping on the grill, let the kids play outside. Dog was outside. We were just chilling, having a good time. I ain't get a chance to get no fucking fireworks because they don't sell them out here in Mississippi. But got some little confetti poppers and shit like that. So we went outside and was playing in water and poppers, like people do on 4th of July. But like I said, I don't celebrate 4th of July no more. It's all about Juneteenth around here. So we treated it like that, minus the fireworks. Next year, definitely fireworks. But what I put on the grill? I think I put like some chicken and some hamburgers and shit on the grill. Nothing too major since it was just us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So did that, man. Went back to work and was immediately overwhelmed and fucking left. Like, for real, my first day back, man, I went into my fucking motor pool. I had to call my my therapist, and I was like, "This shit right here got me about to lose my fucking mind, Miss Schneider." But I was able to get a soldier to work with me, and
Good.
You know what I'm saying? We starting to get everything together because it needs to be as fucked up. But got that handled, man. Big motor song over here. Shit. What else? Black Clover came out, which is pretty fucking awesome, man. It's been good so far. Been catching up on my hero the past few days, man. God damn, that shit good.
I told you. Where you at?
Shit. What episode did I just finished watching? Endeavor's oldest son was just about to be beat. They were just about to, I think they were retreating in the next episode or some shit like that.
Okay, I know where you at there.
Yeah, so that got back into that shit, man. And then we're gonna go into the future. Andrea, my goddaughter, should be down here from Kentucky. Hopefully tomorrow. They should be here tomorrow, and Shania will be here Sunday. So it's gonna be a nice little get together here, man. House full. Me and Shania gonna go shoot as soon as she get off the plane. After that, I'm waiting on her. If she say no, I'm gone. We get in there. I'm sleepy. All right, bye.
Yep.
So that's what's happening this weekend and throughout the week. Drea and the girls, they'll be here for a few weeks, since Justin's overseas and whatnot. So they're gonna come hang out with us
that'd be
for a
cool.
while.
Yeah, that's good.
Their oldest daughter AJ, she gonna celebrate her birthday down here with us. So that's what we got going on. And Janeka is just getting ready for her Hawaii trip in a few weeks, man. And other than that, man, that's what's best in life. So it's all good.
Yeah, man, you made me forget Father's Day stuff. Completely forgot. It's been so long, man. It seems like a whole year ago. But so the wife and the kids, they got me cards and stuff, and they gave me some chocolate covered strawberries and some chocolate covered pretzels from this shop that they were not only coated in chocolate but red velvet crumbs.
Oh,
yes, hell yes.
Were they delicious?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
I was going to say they better be them.
Oh yeah, they were that. They were definitely that.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what else. They also got some barbecue from a good barbecue space. Probably some of the best barbecue I've had in Texas in a while. So that was always good.
You can't say that too loud in Texas.
Yes, you can. You can call out bad barbecue. I mean, that's what you should do.
Yeah, you should.
Don't steer people wrong, because man, I had some a couple weeks ago. I was like, hell no, don't do that. And then she got me a print from one of my favorite illustrators. What is it, Marcus the Visual? He's got Tuskegee Airs. I found out about him when we went to MomoCon years ago.
Yeah.
She got me this print that's got the Thunder Tank and like a Panther mecha with Panthro and Black Panther in the scene. So
that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dope. So eventually I'm gonna get it put up. It's gonna be put up and be a scene somewhere in some video, some kind of way. So excited about that. So now that's all I got.
You know what? You made me think about one thing, man, and then we go move on real quick. Like last week sometime, man, our neighbors actually invited us to their daughter's quinceañera. So we might hit that up, man. It might. So he said it's gonna be a big deal, man. He said it about like 20-something cases of beer, like 15 bottles of tequila. They cooking an entire fucking cow. It's gonna be a fucking shindig, man. We supposed to be going.
You should, man. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
you're gonna enjoy it.
It's gonna be pretty fucking epic, and that is what's best in life.
Awesome. That's what's best. We'll be waiting to hear back on that one. All right. So we both have families, and families need shit. Not only do families need shit, people need shit from us that may sometimes get in the way or conflict or make complicated the needs of our families. So how do you deal with that, man? Like the needs of your families, both your immediate and your extended. How do you deal with that? How do you prioritize and put stuff like that first?
Now,
or do you? Because some people don't.
At first, it was, I'm gonna look out for all my people. The ones in my house, the ones outside my house. My family's my family. I'm family oriented. Family.
Mm-hmm.
But as the years started to go on, I'm starting to see, okay, my family, my immediate in my house family, i.e. wife and kids, we're starting to get the short end of the stick in certain places sometimes. And I'm like, I'm not really fucking feeling that shit. So, after I came to the realization of, man, these are the people I got to put first. This is my family. I got a family, but this is my family. I built this shit right here. So if I don't maintain it, who the fuck gonna maintain it? So after that, you know what I'm saying? It was, if I can help you, maybe I can. But you know what I'm saying? My family comes first. My kids need something, they get it to an extent. Because I got 2 adults now, and they're starting to get into the weaning off phase. It's not going to be daddy can I. I'll tell you what's going to happen, i.e. next trip we take. Hey, we're going on a trip. Save your money or you ain't coming.
Right.
But other than that, I definitely put my immediate family first. And you actually have to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, love mama, love Tanya, love my nieces, love my nephews, love grandma, love uncles, aunts, everybody. Love all of y'all. But this is mine. This is my kingdom. And what a king look like, not taking care of his kingdom first and taking care of everybody else's kingdom and then coming back to his. That's not how that should work. I know, and then it causes a lot of issues with, like, your spouse and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Some instances, not mine, because our family's cool. They already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Bobo was one of the main contributors to my way of thinking, of doing what you got to do for your family first, because he always believed in that heavy, like, and he's always kind of shoved that into my brain just about every time we motherfucking talk. And it works.
Talk to him. I ain't talked to him in a minute.
Yeah. I ain't talked to him since we was in Alabama. But,
I might reach out.
Yeah, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? It works out. Our family was happier. A lot of times it was, especially when we was younger in a relationship, it was putting family into our relationship. That's something else as far as taking care of the needs of my family, because you don't need to know what's going on in my marriage. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on with the kids and stuff like that. Of course, I mean, not every single fucking detail, because I mean, some shit is just for my household to fucking know. I mean, you got to take care of your household, and some things you got to keep inside of your house. Family don't need to know everything. Sometimes when family get too involved with your shit, that's when fucking problems happen, and that's when this person says this and this person says that, and it evolves into something fucking different that may or may not actually be the fucking truth. So lastly, definitely got to put the needs of my family first. This is my kingdom. This is my house. This is my bubble, and their priority. Yeah, I will look out for everybody outside of my house, outside of my bubble, if and when I can. But it's not gonna be no habit. It's not gonna be a constant. Can you? When you coming to see us? When you coming to see us? Everything like that. Shit like that. And that's something else. Going to Augusta every time. I'm not doing that no more, because I mean that's a lot of money. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of you know what I'm saying. That's a lot of stress on Janae because she gets anxiety in the car whether she's driving or not. The boys is always in the back seat. You know what I'm saying. It's just very It's starting to get inconvenient to always travel. So we the traveling back and forth to Augusta like we did, that shit can completely slow down. Like I told the kids, I don't even know when the fuck we coming again. And like I told Tanya, when y'all gonna come on here, come see me. And with you is different. I told Janeke the other day, we got to come see y'all, because y'all done been out here at least 2 or 3 times already since we've been here. It's our turn, and that's what Thanksgiving is for. It's gonna be a good fucking time. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm really curious to hear what you got to say on the subject.
So I think I'm gonna start kind of right along those same lines, because I had to come to that same realization too. I was trying to be home for everything. Back when. I mean, I've been in Texas, almost 20 years, and that ride down 20 is long as hell. So, used to, try to get there for everything as much as I could. I mean, every year we were going to somebody's house for Christmas, but yeah, especially when we had the dog, I would always say it's like $1,000 flying and driving before I even leave the city.
That boarding is a motherfucker.
I'm saying, I know. I know. And so, those kind of things have to come into consideration. And then, like you said, how often do people come visit you? You have to also factor that in, because, especially me, I think about if I go visit somebody, 90% of the time I got to go to a hotel and all that stuff. And whereas if you come here, you can have upstairs and be chilling. So
that bed is comfortable, by the way.
Yeah. So, that's a lot of stuff factored in when I make those kind of decisions on that piece of it. Going to the money side of it, like before, I mean, early on, your ass, used to give you money for everything. You had a phone, and we've talked about this plenty of times before, and, it was like, shit, I'm spending all my money helping your ass, and I'm struggling with my shit. So, had to cut that off, and it was like, you know what?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so because of that, you feel lighter. And then just like we talk about loaning family money and stuff like that, once I came to the realization that, you have to take care of yours and your family, what's yours first before you can then help anybody else. I mean, it's just like they always say the mask on the airport on the airplane approach. You have to put your mask on before you help somebody else. So I don't even. That's why I felt peace with not being like, oh man, I ain't got it, or I can't give it to you right now, or yada yada yada. It's just like, no. If it's not in a condition that I'm willing to help, I'm just not going to help, or it's not in funds we've allocated for things like that. Because there are times where we may or may not have funds allocated in the event that there's an emergency of some sort of that kind. But then you also have to qualify: is it really an emergency?
Yeah.
Because is it, I need a couple $100 to uh, get my car something or other or some shit, but you still taking trips and shit. Cancel that trip, get that money back, and get your car fixed or whatever the case may be.
Oh,
I need this for that. Have you done everything that you can first before you start trying to ask me? And if you have, then maybe we can talk about it.
and that's how you know if they really need the shit or not.
Yeah.
Because if you're asking these questions, if they be like, never mind, and then the conversation's over, then they full of shit. They ain't really needed that bad.
Right. And yeah, I mean, just like you, it's like, okay, you want to help as much as you can, but then again, you can't because you have goals, financial goals, family goals, things you want to go do, things you want to see, things you want your kids to experience, and you got to factor all that in. Into, there's opportunity costs with every decision you make. So if I give somebody $500 today, that's $500 I don't have to do something else with later on. So I mean, and on a other scale of that, we've always been the type that if we say we're going to do something or say we're going to be there, we make it our damnness to be there.
Yep.
And sometimes, I mean, and not even like going somewhere, or like Tyler just proposed, and nothing like as tripping like as a trip like that, like just for Juneteenth.
I got you.
Yeah, just like for Juneteenth, a buddy of mine, one of his organizations was sponsoring a Juneteenth event, and we were gonna go. And normally we would just be like, "Oh, we'll pack the kids up, let's roll, let's go." But Lamar was getting sick, and it would have been a pain in the ass to try to either find somebody to watch it or get to it or whatever the case may be. We're just like, the hell with it, man. We're just not gonna go. And before, we'd be trying to go. And there be times where we've gone places to support somebody doing something, and it's in the middle of a kid's nap, and they're miserable as shit. You don't enjoy it. You're just there because you said you were there, and they don't. I mean, nothing against them. They're running this event. They're not in tune to what you need or what's going on with you. They're just like, oh, you came, cool, appreciate it, appreciate the support. Whereas you, on the other hand, is like, fuck, this is a long drive, and we had to stop doing that kind of shit because it got taxing, especially when people like invite you to shit at the last minute. Like a lot of times, like if it's last minute, even if I don't have anything planned, I ain't going. Just because a lot of shit we plan, like, unless it's like dinner or something like that close by, we ain't going. But if you're like, hey, we got this event and it's tomorrow, no, not going. I mean, because even like
early, goddamn it.
Because even like with Tyler's event, like I was thinking about it, trying to figure out how to get there. I could have got there, but I was like, that's not in my best interest right now to go. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna put a pin on that. I sent him a message like, hey, we ain't gonna make it. Wish the best for you. We'll make it to the wedding or reception or however you do things. And that's that. And I think as my kids get older, I think making those decisions makes things easier. I mean, even when you take it from outside of just your immediate family, thinking of your extended family, like what are you willing to do for your extended family when they need it? If it's like, hey, I was supposed to go to this work function, but something happens in Mississippi and you need me to come out there. Fuck the work function. I'm hopping down 20 and getting to Mississippi. You know what I mean? And it's those kind of things you have to think about. And I think it starts with like your immediate family, what's under your roof, or in your case, kind of your extended roof, those that you have direct responsibility for, and then those that you are related to. and it kind of branches out from there. And and I hate to say it, this may sound mean, but as you get further and further out from that nucleus, that level of support is going to get less and less and less and less.
Yeah.
And I mean that's kind of how we look at things, and that's just kind of is what it is. And yeah, I mean I think that's all I got, man.
Yeah, all of those is really, really good points, man. I mean, call a fucking spade, especially when it comes to events and stuff like that. Like there's a couple events within our family that's going on next month and in August, and I figured it wasn't in my best interest to go, so that's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna go. Like, I know some like, oh well, you're sending your wife to Hawaii, but you can't come to so and so and so and so. Hell yes.
I mean, but you also got to think about it too. Like what they don't see is like how long have you been talking about doing that versus how long have you known about this event?
True.
And even if you didn't, so what? That's your decision.
Yeah, most definitely. And I don't give a damn. My wife is going, and I'm gonna stay here with the boys. I even thought about going to Augusta that week, but I said, no, I don't feel like doing that shit. That's money that don't need to be spent. We're gonna do a little staycation shit here, have a fucking good time, and then the thing in August, it didn't mesh. And I was trying every which way, honestly, to go. But I was like, nah, because if I do this, and I feel overextended. And I'm done overextended.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like something is gonna be overextended to me or my family, I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's really what it boils down to. Got to take care of your well-being and your family's well-being. So
yep, most definitely.
So what do you guys think? I mean, how do you deal with family and needs of family? Not just financial, because I know a lot of times when people say put the needs of my family first, you go straight to money. But it's more than it's time. It's advice. It's stuff. It's everything. Mm-hmm. Support, both physical, emotional, and you kind of touched on all of those. So what do y'all think?
Advice is another one too. Because if I tell you the same thing at least 3 times, I ain't gonna tell you ass nothing else.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. How those accessories treating you?
Hey, man, the drink is the drink. That diabetes special. It is what it is, man. The cigar, man, this shit is really good. I'm really impressed with it. I don't think I've ever had this brand at all before.
Yeah, I think I've had one. Not that one, but
like I can't pronounce what brand it really is because the words are too close together and it's really shiny. I think there's a Q in there somewhere, or it's Chirello. Chirello? I don't fucking know. Anyway, yeah. And let me know what the fuck it says. Just shoot me a text, nigga. This is what it says, stupid. But yeah, this is it's a good cigar, man. I did it with a punch. It's kind of a box press. And I like to do my punches with the more box pressy type of cigar. So smoking real good, man. How about your smoky drink and your fucking sensitive?
Oh, we mad, bro?
Baby envious, like.
Oh, yeah. So, it's not bad. I think I like the Alma Fuego, if I remember, better in the Lancero. Mm-hmm. But one thing that was kind of cool is because it's got the narrow beginning and then it widens up. Right when it got to that wider part, like you could tell the difference in the blend change because the flavor like hit you in the face.
And you could tell in your face when it hit.
Yeah, I appreciated that. The drink, the smoke, it's kind of weird. It kind of leveled off, and it's not as good as I was hoping. It's not like if you get like a smoked Manhattan from somewhere. That's what I was hoping. But it leveled out. That aftertaste leveled out. It's not too bad. Now it's just an ice rum, and once it's gone, I'll chuck the ice in the driveway and won't be having any more ice in my drinks. Going back to like how I normally do things.
Yeah. You just want to try the new ice maker.
I did. I'll try some more.
Can't fool me, goddammit.
Oh yeah. I try like the regular non-smoky versions. Mm-hmm. I only did 4 of those, so I try the regular non-smoky ones next. Just stick with those. So yeah, we'll have one more check-in for you, let you know how things turn out. All right, man. So, in thinking about things in the week and stuff like this, in editing, I remembered this.
We should do a Black Clover movie review and bring Simone on.
I think that the Black Clover movie was funny and also surprising, and some of the stuff was confusing because I watched the whole thing, like the whole show, and some of the stuff didn't really make sense.
What was your favorite part?
I don't really have a favorite part, but I think that's it. It's basically the same as the regular show.
Wow. Man, that was a good surprise, bro. That was a good surprise.
Man, it was your idea, so I thought we'd incorporate that.
Nice.
She didn't want to do it at first. Then she was like, I was like, fine, don't do it.
Shout out to my niece.
Then she jumped right out here and had ball. She loved the hell out of that movie. So much so that she started watching the show from episode 1 and has been binging the hell out of it. She's in like the 40s right now.
Yep, that's my niece, all right.
So she's watching it quite heavy right now. And it's crazy because she'll be watching it on TV and you'll be like, wait. You sit down real quick. I'm about to fight. Let me go ahead and watch a couple.
What you watching? What you got?
Go ahead and see the minute's done. Oh, wait a minute. You know, got the spirit yet? Yeah. So yeah, it's always fun doing that. So with that in mind, we both saw the movie. What do you think?
First of all, I think having my niece's little cameo right there was really fucking dope, man. I can't stop smiling, man. Love that girl to death.
It's my little lady, man.
It was great, man. Like from fucking start to fucking finish, man. Like it did not disappoint. The action was on point. To make the evildoers, if you will, you know, they had the time skip backwards where before the Wizard King was the Wizard King and fighting the Wizard King and all this other stuff. Y'all ain't seen the movie by now, so fucking what? Spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Yeah, definitely spoilers.
That shit was dope, man. And then bringing some other Wizard Kings, I was like, oh shit, man. Like, and then seeing that the captains got their ass whooped. Like, that shit was a fucking shock. Like all of them was getting drugged. The ones that was there, and then everybody coming together and shit like that. And Asta with a speech, and they're like, and I'm like, hell yeah, Asta, pump it up. Me. I was already fucked up by this point too. Pump it up, let's go. But man, that shit was well done, man. It did not disappoint like the slime movie did, man. Black Clover is definitely
that's real.
One of my top 10s of anime in the movie. Did not disappoint. I was kind of confused for a hot second as far as the timeline, but once I saw the vice captain of the Black Bulls, I kind of figured out what timeline it was for the movie.
Yeah. So, and with movies, and I had to let Kim know that a lot of times it doesn't directly fall into the movie. Sometimes in the timeline of the show, like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, but like you said, it kind of fits in, just enough.
It's kind of like after the whole story King.
Yeah.
Which is dope. Only disappointing thing I had. And then I'll pass it over to you. We did not get to see Austin Juno fight. I wanted to see that so fucking bad,
but I knew they weren't though. I mean, I knew they was gonna Goku and Vegeta that shit all day.
I thought they should have at least started like for real for a second, like really got into it. But hey, maybe we'll get there one day.
Yeah, you got to.
Hell yeah.
And when he came in, it was like, okay, we all know this is Asta. I don't even know why they wasted the time giving him a cloak and a mask and all that shit.
And that was cool because they knew it was him too. Like the Wizard King knew it was him. Yeah. You knew it was him. They just did that stupid ass smile.
Yeah, they did.
But he didn't get arrested when the mask came off. I was like, fuck.
Because they wanted to see it too. But since you started with what you didn't like and what disappointed you, the only thing I think that disappointed me was there was a lot of fights. And because of that, you didn't get to focus on some of the fights. And so, like, if there was a fight that you wanted, like the fight that I wanted to see was Mara Leona and the woman captain get finished. Because that had to be some shit.
They were throwing hands after a while.
Yes, they were. So that had to be a fun fight.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I just like the different magics and stuff like that and how they use the magics. And it all still ties back. I mean, it's almost kind of like Bleach in some ways in Karakura Town, where you always gonna end up at Hodge Village for something. That damn demon head is gonna be relevant for something. Somewhere in every arc.
I forgot about that boy. So they said, "Oh, there's a vein in a place called Hodge." I said, "Of fucking course." Of course
it's always there, man. Go get you some hot potatoes and go to town, man. But It was good. Then one of my favorite characters is Charmy, and Charmy didn't get that much love, man. I kind of hated that, but we know Charmy's not one of the main, so I get it. I get it. I do. But yeah, it was good. It was real good. Let's see. Animation was good. Yes, it was. It was one of those things where like the action just kept going, and you weren't like, "This is." Well, what I will say is I do get tired of that plot in anime that happens a lot. That the world is so corrupt, we have to destroy it all and build it from the ground up.
But I mean,
it happens.
Real life is just
so. Like I mean, it's ghetto out here. It's ghetto. It is. I get that, but damn, like, is there no other way? Like, I mean, you think about it. Everybody comes to every like big villain comes to that conclusion, and like you knew, when you saw him in the very beginning, the previous Wizard King, you knew that he was going to try to recruit Asta because they say their magic is never given up. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
you know where this is going. And just once in an anime, just one time for me, you make it an alternate universe. I don't give a shit. Let them say, you know what? I get what you're saying. Right. I'm gonna rock with you. Let's go.
It's like, what if he said, yeah, well,
just one time, and like you could even make it like a genjutsu type thing where it was they put the Wizard King in a spell or something like that, and that's what he thought was happening. That's how they beat it.
That would be cool to see.
That'd be cool. And I love the magic, man. Just the way like the Wizard King, he has all the keys, and one thing too, I guess, is like Wizard King powers are like different, if you will. Like the keys where you basically collect little tidbits of everybody's magic you come in contact with, and you just had that shit on deck, like Crollo from Hunter x Hunter, or Kakashi even for some respects. The what is, I forgot what the shit called, mini army or whatever her thing was.
Army shit, that was different.
Yeah, the barrier magic of the other Wizard King, and I was like, who the hell picked him as a Wizard King? Because he had to be crazier than cat shit. The one with the white hair, he couldn't have been a nice king, man. He had to.
No, but you heard what they said in the beginning, man. Like all of them were shitty fucking Wizard King.
Yeah, so I mean, and I think like the old king, he seemed like some bad shit happened to him, and they said it too. What happened to him, and he just got corrupted. And I was like, all right, I get that. I get that.
He was one of those villains where he wasn't always a bad guy.
Yeah. And then the woman, she was just strong as shit and was by herself, and so she needed some friends basically. So, and that's kind of cool. You get to see, you gave them just enough time to kind of understand their motivation to a little bit, and you got just enough time to get everybody to shine. You even got my dog Henry a minute, and Henry's my dude, man. He be cracking me up, and Simone gets so mad. Be like, hey, Simone, how's
Janae can't hate
going?
This shit.
Ooh, I'm gonna call you one day. We gonna just talk like, what's up, Kevin?
Hello.
Yeah. Do you want to record today?
That's a bet.
We should send this to her.
We should.
Hell yeah. Oh, she gets so bad. And then Kim started doing it too, so it'd be funny.
Kim does it too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh man, I bet that shit funny.
So man. So it was fun, man. I definitely recommend it. It's not gonna be like the super complicated plot. You know what you're getting, and that's why you there. And unlike, like you said, the most recent movie we watched was the Slime movie. Where the Slime movie was like, it's boring. Like you gave the characters enough challenge for it to be interesting, and that's what I liked about it too. Yeah. So, and again, like I don't they're not really comparison, but because they're the last movies that we saw, Rimuru was just kind of hanging out, man. Like he was basically the equivalent of clipping his nails, and while the whole thing's going on, it's like, oh, a stray nail popped off and beat the damn enemy real quick. He wasn't even challenged. So, I don't mind that overpower stuff, but in this particular case, like there were so many things that they could have done to make it more interesting.
Could have been better.
Yeah, but they did, and they took the easy route. But this, like I said, it went simple. It went exactly what you went with. You knew what you were getting. Everybody, mostly everybody, got a time to shine. It was fun, and yeah, I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. You probably need to watch Black Clover to know what's going on. It's not one of the movies that you can just watch. It's kind of a continuation of the show, but I mean, once you get past Asta's yelling, it's pretty good. I recommend it.
And the talking in unison. That's my one pet peeve about Black Clover as a whole. Let's do this, guys. Everybody's right. Yeah.
And and I was thinking about it too. A lot of people hate Fairy Tale, another anime with like wizards and shit, because like basically when they defeat every stronger enemy, there's no like training montage, there's no new skill, no level up, no nothing like that. It's just I gotta dig deep in the power of friendship, and that's it. I mean,
and he uses the same move,
and it's the same damn move.
That's why I couldn't. I stopped watching. I watched
and
episodes.
It was fun, but yeah, I mean that happened over and over again. And I think what makes Fairy Tale different is that on the back end they are training like all the time. Asa gonna be a damn bodybuilder by the time it's all over.
Yeah, that motherfucker's swole as fuck.
Yeah. And then so you know that they're training, and then the other way is even if they're not training, you can simply do that by just adding another spell in the book. And going back in the beginning kind of really shows that with the narrator kind of explaining through practice and determination or enough whatever. I mean, it's that same power of friendship, power of protecting my family and friends trope, but it gives a little meaning to it, a little substance. It's not just that same move. It's like, oh, we're gonna get a new skill because of my determination to push. And I mean, Yami's my dude, man. So I mean, if he's saying push past your limits, damn it, you gonna push past your limits.
You goddamn right. So, he said, sorrow Slate, I had to take a shit.
That's always his thing.
He's one of my other favorites, man.
That dude be so cool, man. He don't give a damn. He cigarette in his mouth, roll up late as hell with a wife beat on, barely have his robe on. All right, let's get this shit over with.
And beat your ass. Like, I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, he's like, go ahead. Grab the pipsqueak or whatever you call them, man.
I ain't walking over there.
Yeah, where my wheels? Yeah, one of the most unique magic skills out there. Yeah, I need to get to a bathroom. Let's go.
Soul job.
All right, so if y'all have seen the Fairy Tale, the Black Clover movie, let us know what you think. If you haven't seen it, I say check it out. You owe it to yourself to have a good time. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's really all it is. And have some fun. Get some popcorn, get a drink, get some snacks, and enjoy the movie. It's gonna be a good time.
And before we move on, I just want to say, if you haven't seen Black Clover, read Black Clover, even prior to the movie, if you ain't seen it all, and you like Naruto, you'll love Black Clover.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's similar. I mean, there's a little bit of talk no jutsu, but Asti gets to a point where it's like, fuck that, you can get these hands.
We just fight.
Everybody, I guess I'll bring this one in too. Trying different stuff. There's a lot of current event topics that don't necessarily deserve their full topic themselves, but we do want to give our thoughts on them from time to time. So we pick a couple things that pique our interest over the week or a month or whatever. So what you got, man?
The first thing is, I guess everybody's been talking about like a motherfucker the past few days, is the submarine. What it was called, the Titan, or something. They was trying to go find the sunken Titanic or some shit like that. Like, it's kind of What the funny part is two sides of it. You got the people like, man, fuck them rich motherfuckers. They doing stupid shit. I don't give a fuck if they die. Then you got on the other side, it's the people that showing compassion and empathy and all that other shit. Like, they still have families and all that other stuff. And I'm like, I'm on both sides of this one. You know what I'm saying? It's, they decided to go do some cool shit. It was like, homeboy can go out to the motherfucking, he can go out of space and shit with his fucking rocket. We can put our coins together, get a motherfucking submarine, and go down here and see what the fuck popping with the Titanic. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can find Jack or whatever the fuck his name was in that movie. But they went in there, and I guess it imploded or some shit like that. I've even just seen like reenactments of it.
Oh yeah.
all types of shit, man. But it's just, you know what I'm saying, rich folks doing dumb shit. I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, I got it. Y'all want to go to see some cool shit. Like I said, it's the keeping up with the Joneses. He went to outer space. We're gonna go deep in the motherfucking ocean. But certain shit y'all should just lead to the fucking professionals, rich people. I know you got the money for it and all the other stuff, and that's cool. But as you saw, I don't think they had anybody who had the skill set or the skill level to actually navigate that shit in case of an emergency. Not just to be able to drive that motherfucker, but to be able to respond to anything that fucking goes wrong. Like somebody's trained to do submarine type shit, would do submarine type shit. And on top of that, I wouldn't want to be too close to a motherfucker under goddamn water any goddamn way. That shit's fucking crazy, man. I mean, I do have, sympathy and compassion and everything like that, because rich or not, these people did have fucking families. They might even been racist, who fucking knows, but they still had families. They died in a shitty way, a stupid way, and there was barely anything to recover, so their families are just kind of, shit out of luck as far as, funeral rights and everything like that. And then there's the other side. Yeah, I mean, they rich. They don't give a fuck about us. I mean, they do shit that kills us all the time. They fucking invest in certain things and get rich off of fucking death of people, or people getting put in fucking prisons, or whatever the fuck their business was. I don't know what the fuck their business was, but a lot of them do get rich off of the pain of the fucking people below them. So I mean, that's right where my compassion fucking stops at. You want to do rich dumb shit, then hey, play stupid games, win stupid fucking prizes. I mean, I'm not gonna hate because you're a billionaire, because like I said, you got a family, but at the same time, you wouldn't give a fuck if you spent money on a war that killed fucking thousands of fucking soldiers, for instance. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't give a fuck as long as you got the money or the oil or the diamonds or whatever the fuck you was trying to get. So that's really my take on that one in particular, man. What you got anything about the sub, man? You want to?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it was in the news all over the week. So first of all, the internet is undefeated. So, oh man, the way me and Kim and it was so bad that Black Twitter had to give a disclaimer that in a lot of ways Black people cope with trauma and shit is through laughing about it, and so that's how it can come off inconsiderate, but you can still have compassion at the same time. I mean, how many times have we been laughing hard as hell at a funeral?
It's cracking up at our own dad's funeral.
Yep, in the back. So it always happens. Damn Marcus. So I mean, that's kind of the thing. And a couple things on that too. They had a damn documentary that was set to come out right about the time they would have ran out of air. And then it's going to be one of them things where they start to figure out it's a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking on that shit, because they're like, oh, they shouldn't have done this and they couldn't have done that. But looking at the craft, I'm like, who did they do any structural analysis to figure out if it can handle it? And like you were saying, anybody trained in the event that something goes wrong, it really, given the situation, it really didn't matter because they didn't have time. I mean, it was from what I understand, an instant implosion once they got to where they got to. And I mean, the crazy shit is I know that they were saying the Coast Guard had heard the sound potentially really early on, but they still decided to approach it as a missing person. I was I wonder, and it's amazing, after all the air is over, instantly it's oh yeah, they're clearly gone. We knew. I wonder who knew beforehand, and who was you know what, we gonna push this out until the last minute to get all the ratings, because this is what everybody is watching. So we gonna talk about every speculation. They interviewed James Cameron because he shot the Titanic film and did some deep sea stuff. I was like, why in the fuck are we interviewing him? One of the higher ups at Logitech, who made the damn controller, they talked to him and he was like, yeah, that's not what that controller is for. Why are we doing all of this shit? Nobody, I mean, really move on. And then you also see the false equivalencies, or you also see the other stories that's out there that's yo, why y'all focus on these people in this sub that may or may not be here? There's all these other issues going on that you could be talking about right now. And that's another side of the conversation that's interesting. And yes, it is, you can say rich people doing rich people dumb shit. And then you also know that had they come up successful, we've been all over the news. There've been heroes and movies made. I mean, more movies because they probably do another movie anyway. Netflix will pop something out in a few months, I guarantee it. And I do feel bad for like the 19-year-old that was on there because they were saying that like he really didn't even want to go, but he was just going to kind of spend some time with his dad or whatever the case may be, and so that kind of sucks. But yeah, it's one of them things, man, and people ain't gonna talk about it. Probably hell by the time this comes out, nobody's even gonna be talking about it anymore.
I think it's gonna go for a little while longer because you got the conspiracy theorists and you got
good point.
People who want to they got their own theories on what should have happened, could have happened, would have happened. I'm waiting on the one to where they faked their deaths because
I heard that too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go for at least another week.
I heard that it was potential for a secret cabal meeting or some shit. I heard all kind of theories, man. It's wild.
And then they be on social media and they be just, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I think about what happened. You know, usually I don't do this, but I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. I can't. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know, I wasn't gonna speak on this, but I got to give my opinion. All right, so shout out. But what's next, man? What you've seen in the current events that really
all right. This is gonna be real quick. I heard about it just this morning for the second time, and I heard about it about a week or two ago about all those missing teens and young people in Cleveland. All I really got is, man, help out if you can with that. That's wild. That's crazy. They said it's like more in this short span of time than they have in like a couple years. It's crazy, man. And a lot of them are like, you know, people of color. So that doesn't necessarily get the same level of, you know, there's no Lifetime movies, no nothing like that.
Right.
So, you know, help out when you can. If you see something, say something. And that's all I got on that one.
Yeah, that shit's just crazy, man. That's why I'm so like
I just wanted to bring that one up.
Yeah, even my oldest Tangent, man. That's why I'm still out. They on my Life 360. I still, hey, what y'all doing? Where y'all at? What's this? What's that? What's this? That's exactly fucking why. Because I need them to know that daddy wants to know where y'all at all times.
Right.
And I'm on a phone call or maybe a plane flight fucking way. If I need to be. But that's wild, man. Y'all, like you said, bro, if y'all see something, say something, man. Pray us all the families out there, man.
What you got next, man?
So I just seen it today, actually, and it came out of the great state of Texas.
Oh, here we
go. You
know
what I'm saying? So y'all know how them roads is. If y'all
ever been gun involved.
You goddamn right it is. It's you know how them roads are. You know how people are in Texas, how they drive and shit like that. So there was traffic, and white guy was driving, and he beeped the horn at the black lady. So the black lady beeped the horn back. So after she beeps the horn back, he brandishes his firearm and, you know, rear ends her. So she starts hauling ass to a convenience store. So he follows her to the convenience store. He's pulling a gun on her, trying to take her keys and all this other shit that was fucking going on with it, man. And luckily the police got there and they actually arrested him and charged him. She didn't get hurt at all, thankfully, man. But it's just something as stupid as that. I don't know if he was having a bad day or he was just like, ooh, black person, let me motherfucking get their motherfucking ass. I don't know what the case was with this dude. And you know, he was a younger Caucasian man. I think I said he was like 30. And I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him intimidating a black female. Like, I bet he wouldn't do that shit to a fucking 6'4" brother with fucking dreads. Sorry.
You know, that's my initial thought, but them firearms make people bold sometimes.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a joke, but
yeah.
In all seriousness,
it's real because I thought about, you know, soft targets.
Yeah. In all seriousness, though, I'm just glad she's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the police did their fucking job.
I hope he's charged accordingly.
Yeah, I think they're charging him with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is one charge.
Some more charges.
Should be brandishing.
I think there'll probably be more as they look at it. But that's probably just the charge they booked him on. But
yeah, I'm just glad she was okay.
Yeah, man. So living out here, I've seen some crazy shit driving. I mean, there was a the shopping center not too far from where I live, maybe about 3-4 months ago, there was a fatal shooting over some road rage shit in a damn shopping center. So like I guess the guy hit the other guy, sped off. I think one guy pulled his firearm, the other guy pulled his firearm. They started shooting at each other. I mean, and
Damn, Wild Wild West out there. It is.
it's car shit, man. It's like, long as I'm okay, yes, I may flip a bird or whatever, but at the end of the day, once it goes on, I move on. Especially like if something happens, like, I mean, there's been times where you try to get over in the lane and you don't see somebody, my bad, that was on me.
Yeah.
And usually I've had that happen once where the dude was like pissed off, rolled his window down. I was like, "Hey man, that was my fault. I didn't see you." That was the end of it, man. He was done. But I mean, sometimes you can't even get to that point because one, egos. Two, if I don't know what that guy's mindset was in. It's like, fuck it, they're always coming down on me. It's my turn to get some pay. You just don't know what's going through people's heads nowadays, man. People are fucking crazy. There's all kind of shit going on, and again, you just think you badass because you got a firearm. We talked about all the time. I mean, that's not what that's for. It's not. Being a responsible gun owner is not for you to be the aggressor in a situation at all. It's for defense of you and yours. That's what it's supposed to be for. And yeah, I mean that's all I got on that, man. Just y'all be careful out here.
Yeah, especially in Texas if you drive. It's just crazy.
All right, so I got another one. It's been all over the internet. Boy, these young basketball players, man. First, it was the young basketball player that got caught up with Brittany Renner, and now it's Zion Williamson, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Y'all know who we talking about. Apparently, he's got a woman pregnant, and his side chick is going all crazy on the Twitters, and apparently she's a porn star. Not that changes the situation because it still makes her seem kind of crazy in this situation. And just before we got on, I mean, I'm sure there'll be new developments by the time this comes out, but just before we got on, whether it's real or not, she allegedly got his name tattooed on her face.
I've seen that.
Why? I know I sent it to you. Why? Like, why?
That shit crazy.
Why? I mean, there's clout, but damn. I mean, she's, an enhanced woman, and that'll get you a certain level of attention in today's climate, get you all the clout you need from doing that. But no, you got to take it another level and saying all this other crazy shit. And then I heard today that there's another woman speaking out saying that she be getting flued out and all that shit too. And I'm just like, yo, like, one, what are y'all doing? Two, young man, come on, like, do what you do. You young, but come on, man. Like, use some sense, man. Think about your station. Think about like people gonna try to trap you. And meaning because he not innocent. He doing stupid shit too. But damn, sound like he got a crazy one, man. So what you think?
First of all, the one that got his tattoo, his name allegedly tattooed on her face. Her first name is Mora, something
like that. Yeah.
Hey, he could have done a lot worse for a side piece. I'm just saying. Well done, young man. But
I mean,
he could have done
nothing against plastic surgery. Let me say that first and foremost. Could he have done better? I mean
he could have, but he didn't
like
do bad.
I don't want to say this, but you almost got like a Build-A-Bear kind of setup going on right now. I mean, I don't really know how to call it, but when
he could have done
form a damn what's some shit? The Combine and Transformer Constructicon. I mean, okay. I will take the biggest ass and combine it with the biggest boobs and the flattest stomach, and I will
form the lips.
Right. We went to Voltron just then, so.
Show my age. Ain't as baby out. But yeah, man, that's just fucking wild to me, man. Like you said, he need to chill. It's just a shame he didn't have one of those Deion Sanders moments where they brought the Instagram model and She
Yeah,
said,
that was Brittany Renner.
yeah, he didn't. They didn't have that talk. But I mean, he made his bed. She doing the most. I mean, I get
Yeah.
it. NBA folks got some money. Zion is Zion. He does
Yeah.
fucking well. He's been doing outstanding since college basketball. But you need to sit down somewhere, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and you almost get the feeling that they're taking pregnancy photos, so it almost seemed like he's trying to do the right thing or whatever the case may be. But now you wonder with the mother of his future child, she's like, I'm seeing all this shit. You
Yeah.
go ahead and get this bag real quick.
And it could be a thin line between love and hate scenario, man. Maybe he fucked with her prior to.
You just
Maybe,
never know.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe fucked with her prior to, and he's seen that he's trying to do the right thing, take care of his unborn and his baby moms and everything like that. And she's like, oh, hell no, he made promises. I'm gonna tattoo his name on my face. I'm gonna pop this pussy on the handstand.
Like, she's asking to get him traded. Like, what does she hope to accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
Like, reaching out to like the team, and
she's gonna have a special on Hulu next month.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Surviving Zion.
You're
Part
right.
1.
Mm-hmm. No, what'll happen? Real shit. Is she'll make her way on one of them shows like Basketball Wives,
yeah,
Pop,
or
one of them shows on Zeus Network. And
I can see that.
Then you have to ask yourself, does that crazy work? I mean, if you're willing to do that.
I mean, it's 2023, man. It works.
I'm saying. So.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stupid, crazy shit sells. I mean, look at Blueface and what's her name? They was hot for a good little minute with their bullshit they had going on. But, hey, man, like I said, young brother, just keep it together, man. Keep the circle small, man.
Yeah.
Tighten up. All right, man. So it's the last accessory check-in for the evening, man. And how was your drink? How was your smoke, bro?
Now that I'm out of the smoky ice, it's not bad. I might try to smoke the ice again, but for less time. I did for like 3 hours this time, so it might have been too much. So we'll go for a light smoke this time. And but the rum, I'm on just a straight rum now. So rum is always good. The Diplomatico, can't go wrong with it, and it goes good with a cigar, a Nicaraguan cigar. And I mean, it's sincere, man. I'm in probably somewhere in the second third, and I'm getting some weird burn lines, but otherwise, man, it's a good cigar, good flavor. It's Placencia stuff. But like I said, I think I like the Lancero Alma Fuego better. So if I had to rank them, the Alma Fuerte Salomon is the top of the line for me for them. I got this other one that I'm waiting for episode 100 to try.
Okay.
And then, so that one, then I think the Natural, and then the Lancero, and then this one. So I'd say top 5 for sure of Placencias. So that's a good range to be in. Can't go wrong with that, man. How about you?
Shit. The diabetes special was the diabetes special, man. Vodka cranberry, man. No better, no worse. Just all vodka tastes the same, really. The cigar though, that shit was fucking great, man. Like, it wasn't too strong, but I feel really good right now. Like, really fucking relaxed right now. Really nice right now. But it smoked good, man. I can't wait for you to try it to see what you think about it.
Yeah,
that was definitely.
I might break that out next week.
BL don't disappoint, like we said last episode, man. So hey,
that's good, man. Nothing like good cigars, man. Shit. All right, man. You got anything for the people before we wrap up?
Don't believe everything you see on social media. Do your research. Do your research. Don't judge a book by its cover. Like, people are saying this about the billionaires. People are saying what they want to say about Zion. Y'all don't know what the fuck really going on, man. So just shut the fuck up. That's it.
I'm gonna say learn some shit. Like, you don't necessarily have to read a book. Pick a topic that interests you. Watch a couple YouTube videos on it. Watch a documentary. There's a documentary on American Gladiators that's coming out that I want to check out. That look kind of interesting. So look at something outside of what's in the news cycles right now. I mean, you don't need to hear about Trump and his legal woes. any of that silly shit.
Yeah.
The shit that's going on here in Texas with Paxton. All that shit that can drive you crazy. And like we talked about in the last episode, kind of get you overwhelmed with like what's going on in the news.
Mhm.
I mean, there's so much better stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
New episodes of Forged and Fire on Netflix, so I've been watching those.
Really?
Oh yeah. So watch some of those. So they're pretty cool. Just find some other things to take your time, man. And I always gonna say, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, drink good drinks, smoke good cigars, and if you ain't got nothing, episode 98 is in the books. We got a couple other episodes on the screen right now. You can take a look at those. And we out.
Ashe.